hard walk of life. In fact, the most meaningful walk and the most significant walk of life, sweethearts, is the walk you make alone. Nobody is there with you. Because when you have dreams and when you have visions to bring down the mountains under your feet, to bring the heavens under your dreams and your visions and your dedication and commitment with what you believe should have been done, the world won't recognize you. The world won't acknowledge you. Your own people standing next to you will not believe in your vision and your dreams. And they would want you to live a life not less ordinary, like them. Like what they were in this world. So a time comes in life to be something larger than life, to be something which nobody in this world expected from you. You need resources. You need to know yourself, who you are. Because when you're exhausting those resources to be that one which nobody even dreamt of, being a Pakistani or being a Muslim or being a human as well, there are different identities you carry in your own self. And if you actualize and realize all of them, you're going to be invincible one day, inshallah. Nobody can nail you down and nobody can beat you down on that floor of competition of life where everybody has to perform. Life is a stage. You got to perform on it. But when you're performing, you need resources to build life. And the biggest resource you have is Allah. But the first resource that starts is you. Allah says to Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, throw the staff. I will open the 12 paths in the oceans. That's my job to do. But you do your first as well. Just do it, even for the 5%. Throw the staff, Musa. Samandar hum kholenge. But you do the sunnah of being a man. Is you need to make an initiative. Kadam badao. But what happens is, when you're trying to pull a big vision in life, when you're trying to pursue a dream nobody has imagined, you're going to face a lot of naysaying. And the biggest naysayer in this world lies within you. In Punjabi, in our language, there is a very beautiful word, a very beautiful sentence that has destroyed so many beautiful dreamers you can't imagine. Boothi dekhi apni. That is an amazing sentence, I would say. It has destroyed such big leaders you can't imagine. Alright. I'm just flexing a muscle so that you don't start chit-chatting. Don't concentrate at the person sitting next to you. I should be the most important person right now in your life because I've got something for you. Don't look here and there. So when they built such a sentence, they said, Bhuti. So the Gora came up with a very seasoned, cultured answer. If you're pointing one finger at someone, there are 3 fingers pointing at you. Very cultured, huh? So the Punjabi came up with very beautiful stuff. They put the 4 fingers out and again said, Bhuti bekhi hai. You get the point? Joke's a point. When you're trying to do something good, sweethearts, people will not accept you. You will not, your own self will not accept you. So you need to be very clear and focused who you are. And that brings in the $1 million question, the identity crisis we are facing. Who am I? Am I a Desi? Or am I a Yo? Am I a Westerner? Am I an Easterner? Am I a Muslim? Am I a non-Muslim? Am I supposed to be an Orthodox Muslim? Or am I supposed to be progressive Muslim? Gender-based inequalities in a life. I'm a woman. Am I supposed to dream or not? Males, brothers over here, students, men sitting over here, boys. Am I supposed to do something or not? It's the identity crisis because of which the power of your muscle, it's going to go down. Because when you're walking towards your vision and your dreams in life, you're going to get tired, very tired. Your muscles, your body will not work in accordance with your heart. But where the muscle fails, bache, it is the spirit that carries you along. And for having a larger than life spirit, you need to come out of doubts. You need to come out of desires. You need to come out of confusions. Al-istirab, muzabzibina bayna zalik, la ilaha hawla wa la ilaha. You don't have to be left and right. You need to be where you need to be. So you have to ask the most difficult question. Am I what the world wanted me to be? Am I what my friends wanted me to be? Am I what my parents wanted me to be? Or am I what my heart says I should be? No man in this world, beta, is a waste. And if you become a waste, I, as a visionary in my life, will grow old one day. 20 years down the lane, I've got 6 grey hair, it's going to turn into 70 or 60, 80 grey hairs. I'm going to be old. So when you come up to people like us, I will definitely ask you, what did you achieve, bache, in life? What did you do with this beautiful gift of intellect God gave you? And this wonderful miracle of God that is the body. And similarly, even when I meet people today, rather than flashing your wealth and your money and your style, when you're sitting with a big gun, come up with achievements and accomplishments. Rather than faking it, I am the son of this, I'm the brother of this, I'm the friend of this, blah. Bring yourself to the table. That's where you become sellable. That's where you will be bought. In this great world of competition, you as Pakistanis should come up with potential that outmatches every other person in this world, because it's your right to be acknowledged, actualized, reach that level where you become a signature in your field. But that will not happen with non-seriousness, being lazy, taking life for granted, taking these beautiful teachers for granted. Aaj hai, kal kar lunga, you know what, doesn't matter, talk to the hand. You know, this is an attitude, and it's okay with your age, it's all fine. I said, you have an age of making errors. But an error done consistently over years and years becomes a blunder. And in this great struggle of life, you see, life didn't even spare we people as Pakistanis as well. Many countries that were built after us, they have exceeded because we got non-serious. We take our resources back in our land for granted. We take our education for granted. We take our parents for granted. And even we take this beautiful institution that is working outside Pakistan. Many people might not be here. Many people might have migrated or shifted over here just to teach you people. And probably I left my family and my wife and my parents to come to this land for something. I'm not charging for that. I'm not taking money for that. It's plain passion to see my future that is going to take over the world tomorrow. Do not waste its own resources, but you don't know when a resource is wasted in a human form, how much how much painful it was for the Prophet. Because the educationalists and the thinkers, they are the bench that create solutions, opportunities. If you want to be down the lane, then don't waste the money of sitting over here. Give this bench to someone else who deserves it. Because if you want to be an ideologue of a country, of any country, of any ideology, then you need to work real hard. 70 Qurra scholars were asked by Prophet ﷺ, please can you send a delegation of scholars to our land so that we can learn Islam? So they ambushed them and they killed them. Prophet ﷺ made Qunut Nazla for 1 month because it was the loss of human resource scholars, ulama, thinkers, brains, people who knew academics. Because that's where you convince even the biggest powers in the world, you need to buy me. I've got that hit and I've got that click. But for that, you need to read the books. You need to tell your friends, you know what, you're not going to be there tomorrow for me if I'm not going to be here for myself today. So you have to tell the people who are taking you as a joke in life, I can't waste my life with you. This is my life, and I respect it. And I have that self esteem